Hey, what's up, Social Cam? Coming to you this morning from Dallas, Texas, literally minutes away from going to minister the word today. And I wanted to just do a quick Social Cam about, how to stay on the right path. And sometimes we celebrate because we got on the right path in the first place, which that is worth celebrating. But sometimes it's just easy to get off the right path. Maybe back in the day you had everything going right, and then just somewhere you just took a wrong turn, and sometimes you just don't even know where you took it. And I was looking at the greatest example of this, which is Adam and Eve. They were on the right path with God and in the perfect will of God, had everything they wanted, everything they needed, and yet and still ended up spiritually dead and dealing with the drama as a result of that. And one of the things that I noticed was that when Satan did come, he came subtly. And sometimes it's not the big things. Sometimes when, distractions show up, they're not obvious that they're distractions. And so one of the things I was going to talk about later today, and probably in a few minutes, was the distraction of people pleasing. It's so easy to do, where you get to the place where, we all want to be accepted. We all want to be liked. We all want to be loved. We all want people to, see what's in our heart, even when we make mistakes. And oftentimes, if you're not careful, that people pleasing can drive you to do things that are against what you know is right in your own spirit. I know when I was growing up, I grew up a preacher's kid. And so a lot of, I had a pretty clean past, but, I wish I could say that, my clean testimony is simply and strictly because of my love for God. When I got in my early 20s and I would go somewhere where I knew that there were no church people, I found out that I had a different set of standards. And I'm like, well, there's nobody here to see, and, they're not going to, judge my parents by it. What was that about? I was getting off the path simply because my motive concerning how I live my life was based on other people. And then there's some of you out there, you long for people's approval because maybe you've been rejected your whole life. You gotta understand one thing is that God has accepted you. You are his child, regardless of your past. And you gotta be careful not to judge how God treats you by how humans have treated you. The interesting thing is that, the danger of having that kind of experience in your life is that it can lead you to not be correctable. Maybe you've been hurt so bad and people have made you feel so bad about yourself that you're no longer able to receive correction. Well, the Bible says in Hebrews that when God chastises us, it's not because he's hating on us, because he loves us. He wants to get the sin out of our lives that could hurt us and kill us. Correction is not always rejection. When it's coming from God, it's a matter of him loving you. So get rid of the distractions and stop people pleasing. The Bible says in Proverbs that when a man's ways please the Lord, even his enemies will be made to be at peace with him. Have a great Sunday.